Now to the ever-present battle against invasive plants and the vine that appears to be taking an even stronger hold in Oklahoma. SunUp's Austin Moore explains.
Okay, so what we have here is a very old, mature series of holly plants, and this kudzu is grown just, you know, in amongst it. We've found over a 30 or 40 feet area here, we found at least 3 or 4 major structures where we have, you know, mature woody stems this big around.
Yes, Payne County Extension Educator Keith Reed is talking about kudzu. The vine that ate the South is now in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Late last summer, a Stillwater resident walked into my office with a piece of this and said, "Do you know what this is?" And I wasn't quite sure because it looked like enormous poison ivy. And I said, "Well, I'm not 100% sure." And he said, "Well, it's kudzu." And I looked at him kind of quizzically and I said, "Well, are you sure? We don't have kudzu here."
The gentleman was correct. While kudzu is usually thought of as only a problem for the southeastern U.S., in recent years, it has been popping up in Oklahoma.
Right now, we're looking at around 40 to 50 locations in Oklahoma that have active, very healthy populations of kudzu. They overwinter and re-sprout back.
Karen Hickman is an invasive species specialist at Oklahoma State University.
If someone didn't know poison ivy, they might think that it looks like poison ivy just because of the 3 leaflets. But it has a really fuzzy leaf texture, so there's a lot of hair on the surface of it that really kind of protects it from insect damage. Another characteristic is as you look at its stem, it has a lot of rusty brown spots over the surface of it that are also covered by the hair. Another characteristic that it does that I can show you from this stem is there's 3 or 4 vines that have wrapped themselves together, mainly trying to get support so they can reach another structure to be able to grab hold of to then cover it as well.
While kudzu is listed federally as a noxious weed, it is not labeled as such in Oklahoma. That may contribute to the largest factor in spreading this plant in Oklahoma not being nature, but rather unwitting plant lovers.
Typically it's a cutting. It's like a geranium. They go out, somebody sees a pretty plant, and they come and they plant it on their property. So they might quickly think, oh, this is a beautiful plant, it's going to grow, make me a vine, and they don't realize the future damage and the future labor that they're going to have to invest to be able to control it.
And that is a daunting task, usually requiring several years of both mechanical and chemical treatment.
I hope there's no one watching this that has this problem, but I think you know, we can't think that way. If it's here, it's somewhere else. If you do find it, don't panic, don't freak out, but let's be aggressive and try to eradicate it.
A goal you can certainly receive guidance in from your local county extension office. For SunUp, I'm Austin Moore.